All of you.
Good morning, sir.
Yesterday we finished normal voucher entries in Tally. Okay. But today we start due or accrual entries. It is very important topic. Okay. But first we understood the meaning of due or accrual entries. What is due entry or what is accrual entry? So meaning. So when a business receive. So when a business receive or pay either goods or services from an outside party, from outsiders, for those transactions means purchase of goods, purchase of service, or sale of goods, sale of services, cash not paid. For those transactions we are not paying any cash and we are not receiving any cash for immediately. Means today we purchase the goods, today we are not paying, in next month or next after some days we are paying cash, or today we sold the goods, we are not receiving cash immediately, after some days we receive the cash. So then business will pass on journal entry. So that is called as due or accrual entry. For immediate purpose transaction, business will record one journal entry. So that is called as due or journal entry. So in simple meaning, another meaning I write you. Okay? Due or mean accrual entry. So due or accrual entry. The entry due or accrual entry is the one journal entry. Okay, which is made for purchase of goods or services, or sale of
Goods or services.
Either goods or services. Okay, sale of goods or services. So entries which is made for purchase of goods or services or sale of goods or services on
Credit
basis. On credit basis is called as or is known as due or
Accrual entries.
due entry or accrual entry. Due or accrual entry. Okay. Due or accrual entry. This means, so when every time we are not receiving cash instantly and every time we are not paying cash immediately. So that time we are passed one journal entry. So that entry we are called as a due entry or accrual entry. So usually due or accrual entry is very important in business actually. So if you are not maintaining due or accrual entry, then our business will not give a complete picture. So usually in accounts are maintained on two systems. One is on cash system. So another one is due or accrual entries. In this important meaning is income earned but not received. That means income we are earning. So that income we are earning but not received instantly, or expenses incurred but not paid. Means some employees are working in our company but we are not paying salary instantly. So later next month, 2 months later or 3 months later we are paying the salary. That means expenses incurred but not paid, income earned but not received. This is called as due or accrual entry. So usually books of accounts are maintained on two systems. Okay, usually books of accounts maintained on two systems. One is on cash system, second is mercantile system. One is on cash system and another one is mercantile system. But in cash system it includes only cash basis transaction. That means cash paid or cash received. So when we pay the cash and when we receive the cash, then only we maintain cash system. But another one is mercantile system, but it includes cash basis transaction also and accrual basis also. That means when we pay the cash or when we receive the cash, and due entries. Due entries means we are purchasing goods or we are purchasing services but we are not paying cash immediately, or when we sold the goods or when we sell the services we are not paying cash immediately, after some time we are paying the cash. But if you follow this mercantile system, then it gives the complete picture of the business. Okay, so nowadays all of the companies follow mercantile system only. So this is very important. Okay, so next one is actually cash basis. So what is the major difference or what is the major importance of cash basis transaction and accrual basis? Okay, first one is cash basis. So cash basis, if we follow the cash basis system, it does not provide the accurate picture of the business, because when we actually receive the cash and when we actually pay the cash, then only we record this transaction. But if we receive after some time or if we pay after some time, then we are not record this one. So that's why it does not provide the accurate picture of the business. But next, due entries provide the accurate picture of the business. So because when we purchase the goods or when we sold the goods, either we pay or not, but we record the transaction. So that's why it gives a complete picture, accurate picture of the business. So cash basis, it includes only cash transactions. Only cash transaction it includes. Means it is not include either do entries or non-cash transaction. Only it includes only cash transaction, either cash paid or cash received, and it requires only single entry. So in Tally, when you are maintaining this cash-based transaction, only single entry. That is either payment entry or receipt entry. So here only one single entry is required. And next one is it is applicable. So cash basis is applicable when actually cash comes into the business. So when we are selling goods or services, that time we are receiving cash. And when we actually cash we are receiving, that time only it is applicable. And when we actually cash goes out of the business, that means when we are purchasing goods or when we are purchasing services, that means that time we are cash is goes out of the business. So then only this cash basis is applicable. And last point is it records only when business receive or paid cash to the particular transaction. So when particular transaction made, when for example sale of one computer, okay. So if I are selling computer, we are receiving cash. If immediately we are receiving either cash or a bank, then only we record this cash based transaction. So if we are not receiving cash, then we don't pass this one. So it records only when business receive, either receive or paid cash to the particular transaction. Then only this cash basis is applicable. Okay. So next one is accrual basis. So accrual basis. So if we follow this accrual basis of system, then it provides the accurate picture of the business. Means actually when expenses. So that this is also called as when book the expenses or book the incomes. Nothing but. So when expenses actually incur, then we book the expense, and then when we actually pay cash, then we will pass the payment entry. So that's why it provides an accurate picture of the business. So then it includes only non-cash transactions. So do accrual basis is non-cash transaction only. That means we are receiving goods or service, but we are not paying. So that party name comes here, a purchase or sale comes here, but here it not includes non-cash transaction, only non-cash transaction it includes. Okay. Then it requires two entries. One either payable entry and payment entry. After payable, it is automatically coming payment entry, or receivable entry or receipt entry. So it includes two entries. That payable and receivable, these both are passed in journal vouchers in Tally, and this payment is coming under payment voucher, and this receipt is coming under again receipt voucher. Then it is applicable when you actually purchase goods or services. When you actually purchase goods or services, and when you actually sold goods or services. So either you make the payment or not, but it records. Either you receive the cash or bank, but it records. Okay? And it records on immediately after the completion of transaction. So either you receive or not. So what I am telling, immediately after the completion of transaction, it records. Either you receive or not, it doesn't matter, but we record the transaction. That is the most important in accrual basis. But this accrual basis and cash basis both are coming under mercantile system. But in cash system only cash basis. Cash comes in, cash pays out. But in mercantile system, when actually cash pays out and cash comes in and due entries. This due entry is there. No? This due entry is coming under accrual basis. This one understood, no? Cash basis and accrual basis. So any doubts in this? No doubts. So let's restart the first question. Okay. So company name is here MCJ Technologies Private Limited company. So I am reading the first question. First question is 1st April capital introduced by directors Mr. Sundar and Mr. Narayan, rupees 2,50,000 each, and opened a bank account with State Bank of India. So shares are issued on 2nd April. So what it meaning is, so 1st April, that means 1st April we started a business. Mr. Narayan and Mr. Sundar both are partners or directors. They are investing money in the company. So they are both are investing in the money in the company. But so we are taking money, but we are not distributing shares to the outsiders. So we are distributing shares on 2nd April. So we are not distributing on 1st April. We are distributing shares on the 2nd April. So now first tell me the journal entry. So what journal entry is coming? First one? Bank account debit. Bank account debtor to Mr. Narayana capital account, and next one is Mr. Sundar capital account. So how much is the money here?
2 lakh each. Bank
2 lakh.
account we have to take 5 lakh.
Yes, because Mr. Narayan is invested 2,50,000 and Mr. Sundar is invested 2,50,000. Yes. So total bank account is how much?
5 lakh.
5 lakh. So here, so bank account we are taking debit side. So why? Tell me. Because
It will come
asset increases because both partners are invested money in the business. So asset is here increases. Asset is increases here to Mr. Narayani capital account and Mr. Sundar capital account coming under credit side. So why? Because liabilities. Both are invested in money. So in future we pay to them again.
Yeah.
So that's why both are liabilities for the company. So that's why increase in liabilities and increase in liabilities. So bank account debit to Mr. Narayan capital account to Mr. Sundar capital account. So narration is being capital introduced by
both.
yes, capital introduced by both parties. That is who are capital introduced
Mr.
by
Narayan and Mr. Sundar.
Mr. Narayan and Mr. Sundar. Capital introduced by both Mr. Narayan and Mr. Sundar. Okay. Now we have to pass this entry in tally. So first you have to create bank account ledger, then Mr. Narayan capital account, Mr. Sundar capital account. So now we have to pass in tally this voucher. Same as usual. So date is which date it is? 1st April. Okay. 1st April. This one is 1st April. So on first we have to open the company. So financial year will be current financial year, that is 1st April 2022, 31st March 2023. Yes. So this is coming under which voucher in tally?
F6.
F6. That is receipt voucher. Yes. So receipt voucher. Party account F6 select ಮಾಡಿ receipt voucher. Receipt. So credit what comes first? Narayana capital account. Narayana capital account. 2,50,000. This is actually double entry. So credit is first we have to take Narayana capital account. Mr. Narayana capital account. Mr. Narayan capital account, Mr. Sundar capital account. So credit is SBI account. B capital invested by capital introduced by Mr. Narayan and Mr. Sundar. Credit is there. Mr. Sundar capital account. B capital introduced by Mr. Narayan and Mr. Sundar. You may write amount also here, rupees 2,50,000 each. Mr. Narayan and Mr. Sundar, rupees 2,50,000 each.
Yes, sir.
Being capital introduced by both parties, Mr. Sundar and Mr. Narayan. So first question completed. First question completed, all of you.
Yes, sir.
So now second question. Okay. First, sorry. In this actually, so this is first entry. This is actually we receive the money, but here so we are not distribute the shares on the same day because 1st April we receive the money from both the partners here, but we are not issue the shares to the outside. So we are when date which date we are issue the shares to the outside?
Second
April.
April.
Means that means on 1st April this money is in our company only. So that's why on that first day we should create the one liability. So that is we are called as share application money account. Means this both partners account here. So Mr.
Narayana capital account.
So Narayana capital account.
2.5 lakh.
Yes. Mr. Narayana capital account is how much?
2.5 lakh.
2,50,000. Yes, 2.5 lakh. Then Mr.
Sundar capital account.
Sundar capital account how much?
2.5 lakh.
2.5 lakh debit side. Credit what you take here?
Share
we have
application.
because we create one new liability, so that is called as to share application money. Share application money. So that is how much here actually?
Total 5 lakh.
So total we have to have 5 lakh rupees. Yes. Because here actually this is also on 1st April only, because 1st April we receive the money but we are not paying to the outsiders. Okay, so actually we are paying to the outsiders on 2nd April, so that for one day we created one liability, that is Mr. Narayan capital account, Mr. Sundar capital account to share application money account. So here tell me the rule. Here Mr. Narayan capital account is liability, but liability increase or decrease this time?
Decreases.
Decrease in liability. Yes, liabilities decreases. Here also same, liabilities decreases, and share application money. This is also liability. Yes.
Increasing liability.
Correct. Increase in liability.
Liability.
So share application money. This liability both partners are debited. Means we are closing the both partners capital account. One new liability we are created, that is called share application money. So narration for this entry. B share capital, partners capital, nothing but partners capital transferred to share application money. Share application money. Yes. Because we created one liability, means both partners share capital account, we are transferring to the one liability, that is we are called as share application money. This is actually second entry, but still they are given as shares are issued on 2nd April. That means on 2nd April we need to pass another entry. So that is on 2nd April. 2nd April we have to pass that entry. So now tell me that entry, because here now we are issued here. So here we are liability created. Now we are releasing our liability. We are decreasing in our liability. So now tell me the entry here.
Share application money.
Share application money account debit. Share application money account debit to
Share capital.
share capital account. Means we are issuing shares to the outsiders here. So that's why share application money we are closing here. So amount is how much?
5 lakhs.
5 lakh. So share application money 5 lakh, share capital is 5 lakh. So 5 lakh share application money will be closed here, and so net entry is bank account debit here to share capital account. So in third narration is B shares are issued. B shares are issued to the outsiders. Okay. Shares are issued to the outsiders. Okay. So shares are issued to the outsiders. Being shares are issued to the outsiders. Now rule tell me for this one. Share application money. So liability here created. Here we are yes. Liabilities decreases here. This one share capital account means we are issuing shares here. Nothing but here tell me this one. Increase in liability. Yes. That means bank account debit to share capital account. So in the only one same day we are issuing shares, then only one entry is required. But we are issuing shares on second different day. So that's why we have to pass these three entries. So first entry is completed no already.
Yes.
So now we have to pass on this one and this one. And this one is coming under which option? Again it is F7, correct. And this one F7 again. These both are coming under journal voucher. This is coming under receipt voucher. Yes. Now we have to pass these two entries. Second and third entry. So this is also journal voucher on 1st April only. This is also 1st April, and this is also is second April. We have to put. Mr. Narayan capital account debit. Mr. Sundar capital account debit to share application money account. Being partners capital transfer to share application money. Next, third entry is that is again journal voucher, because we are not receiving any cash, we are not paying any cash here. So again it comes under journal voucher only. Share application money account debit. Third one. So credit is share capital account. So we are issuing shares actually on second entry. Being shares are issued to the outsiders. share application open debit 5 lakh to share capital account. Shares are issued. Completed all of you?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now we start with second question. Second question, borrowed term loan of rupees 55 lakhs from State Bank of India and loan amount credited to bank account on 2nd April. That means we are receiving loan, borrowed nothing but receiving loan from the bank, that is from State Bank of India. That is how much? 55 lakhs and credited to bank account on 2nd April. Here only one date they are given. So when which date we are borrowed loan they are not given. So credited date they are given. That means again on same date only we receive the bank loan. So now for this one tell me the journal entry. Second one, bank account debit to bank loan account. So bank account here. So which bank here take you? So date is 2nd April. So first you take SBI bank account. They are given SBI bank account. That is debit. So credit what you take here? Credit side to bank loan because we are receiving bank loan. So that's why here you take bank loan account because bank loan is always liability for the company. So to bank loan account amount is how much? 55 lakhs bank account and bank loan account is 55 lakhs. Yes. So now tell me the role here. SBI bank account here.
Increase
Increase in asset because we are receiving the money. So when we are increasing assets, next increasing liability. Yes. So narration is B. Yes. Loan taken from, loan received or loan taken from SBI bank. Correct. Loan taken from SBI bank. So this is coming under which voucher? F6 because we are receiving the money, means we are receiving loan here, that is coming under again F6. So here only one entry is required because they are given only one day, they are not given 2 days, so only one entry is required. So now you pass this in tally. Second entry, second question. That is on 2nd April. That is on 2nd April. So SBI bank account debit to bank loan account. SBI account debit to bank loan account. Being loan taken from SBI bank. Being loan taken from SBI bank. So only one entry we are required because only one date they are given. So this is second entry. So all of you completed second one?
Yes, sir.
So now I started third one. Question on 2nd April purchase goods worth rupees 5,50,000 from Ashok and Company on credit basis. So on credit basis we are purchasing goods and payment made to them on 2nd June. Means we are not paying instantly yet, so we are paying on 2nd June. So here tell me how many entries coming? Only one entry or two entries?
Two entries.
So now tell me the first entry. So in third question, date tell me first which date it is? 2nd April. Yes. Tell me the first entry.
Purchase account data to Ashok and Company.
Purchase account data to Ashok and
Company.
Company account. Ashok and Company account. Because purchase always we are taking a debit side because purchase always expenses for the company. So purchase is how much? 5,50,000 and Ashok and Company is again 5,50,000. So now tell me the US rule here. Purchase account means expenses increases. So increase in expenses. Ashok and Company here. So when we are purchasing goods, he is a sundry creditor or sundry debtor for company. Sundry creditors means increase in liabilities. Yes. This is on 2nd April. So narration what you read, being Purchase goods from Ashok and Company on credit basis. From Ashok and Company on credit basis. This is on 2nd April. So in this actually we are not paying the cash and we are not receiving the cash. So cash is not coming here. And actually when we are making payment here for this transaction, 2nd June. So that is second entry. In third question only, that is second entry. 2nd June. Yes. Now we are actually making the payment. So now tell me this journal entry. Ashok and Company account debit to SBI bank account. How much it is? 5,50,000. So full amount we are paying here. 5,50,000. Here is also 5,50,000. So tell me the rule here for this one. So decrease in liabilities, because here Ashok and Company we have created liability. Here it is we are reducing liability because we are paying here. Now SBI bank account means here decreases. Yes. Decrease in assets. Yes. So now for narration this one is being. So payment made to which party here? Payment made to Ashok and Company. Payment made to Ashok and Company against invoice. That means against invoice means against purchases. This purchase invoice we are making the payment entry. Actually in this entry cash is going out, but in this is called as, this is mercantile system included because here accrual basis. So this entry we are passing on accrual basis and this entry we are passing on cash basis. Here actually when we are passing two entries, then it gives the complete picture of the business. Here actually cash goes out of the business. Here cash is not coming in, cash is not going out. So these both are coming under mercantile system. Okay. So now pass these entries. Second entry and third entry. Second question, third question. Okay. So first one is under. So this is coming under purchase voucher. Second is coming under payment voucher. Yes. So now you have to pass this one. Purchase account debit. Account debit change as also. Yes. First is purchase account debit to Ashok and Company. Ashok and Company. Purchase account debit to Ashok and Company. Then Ashok and Company on credit basis. So after this purchase entry, next entry is payment entry. So respect to that purchase entry, we have to pass the payment entry. That is Ashok and Company account debit to SBI bank account. That is also under payment option. Ashok and Company account debit to bank account 5,50,000. So all of you finish the third question?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Now we start with fourth question. Okay. So goods sold to Karnataka traders on 2nd April, rupees 6,80,000, and check received on 31st May. See here. So first when we are selling the goods here, 2nd April. But when we are receiving the money here,
31st May.
so that means here also two entries we are required because immediately we are not receiving cash here. So that's why here also we have passed the two entries. So tell me the first entry here. For fourth question, first date, tell me. First which date?
Second April.
2nd April. Yes. Tell me the journal entry.
Karnataka Traders Account Debtor to sales account.
Karnataka Traders Account Debtor. Karnataka Traders Account Debtor to sales account. Because we are selling goods to Karnataka Traders on credit basis.
6,80,000, sir.
6,80,000. So 6,80,000. So this is actually under sales voucher. So here Karnataka Traders are coming under which side?
Sundry debtors.
Sunday debtors. That means asset here increases. Increase in asset and here increase in income. So narration is being goods sold to Karnataka Traders. To Karnataka Traders. Karnataka Traders on credit basis here actually.
Yes.
Because we are not receiving money immediately on credit basis. Yes. So when we actually receive the money,
Money
when which day?
31st.
31st May.
May.
So 31st May you have to pass another entry.
Second entry, you have to
Yes. So that date is
Bank
SBI.
account, SBI bank account debit to
SBI.
Karnataka Traders account.
yes, SBI bank account debit to
Karnataka Traders.
Karnataka Traders account.
6,80,000, 6,80,000.
Karnataka Traders account. That is 6,80,000 and credit is also 6,80,000. So we have to receive from Karnataka Traders is only 6,80,000. That much we receive here. So tell me the rule here. This rule here.
Asset increase.
So that means increase in asset. That means we are receiving from Karnataka Traders. That means our bank balance is increases here. And for this one, Karnataka Traders, here see here, asset is increases here. So in
Asset
this-
is decreases.
yes, opposite. Because it is nothing but we are selling goods but we are not receiving. But here actually we are receiving the goods.
Yes.
So that's next narration for this entry is the
Payment was
payment received.
from
Payment received from
Karnataka Traders
payment received from Karnataka Traders.
against sales invoice.
Karnataka Traders against sales invoice. Against sales invoice means this above entry is passing, no? That is sales invoice, nothing.
Yes.
Sales invoice. So sales invoice means here sales invoice we are generating.
Yes.
So here we are receiving payment against this sales invoice. So this is actually accrual basis, means due entry. This is actually receipt entry. We are receiving cash here actually. So this one understood, no? Two entries are coming. So next question, fifth question. Consultancy fees charged by brand expert. Consultancy fees charged by brand expert Mr. Keshav Murthy for the month of December is 25,000 and amount not paid during this financial year. That means amount is not paid here. So we are receiving services. He is charging. Mr. Keshav Murthy is charging for our company. We are receiving services, but we are not paying in this year. So tell me, two entries are coming. Only one entry is applicable. One entry because amount is not paid. So amount is paid. Then again two entries is coming. But here amount is not paid. So only one entry here. So that is fifth question. Which date we are receiving the services? 31st December. Yes. So first tell me the rule. So journal entry.
Consultancy is appointed to
Consultancy. Consultancy fees upon debtor to
Keshav Murthy.
Mr.
Keshav
Keshav Murthy. Because we are receiving services from Mr. Keshav Murthy.
25,000.
Amount is 25,000 and Mr. Keshav Murthy credit amount is 25,000 again. Yes. So now tell me the reverse rule here.
Increase in expenses.
Increase in
Expenses.
expenses. Yes, correct. Next one is Mr.
Liability.
Keshav
Liability.
Murthy.
You have
Yes.
to make the payment, increase in liability.
Correct, because we are receiving services, but we are not paying immediately. Still we are payable, nothing but. So then narration here, B, consultancy fees, consultancy services received from Keshav Murthy. Received from again who? Keshav Murthy. Keshav Murthy. Amount not paid.
But amount no.
But amount not paid. Amount not paid. So this is nothing but do entry, nothing but only do entry, because if cash is not included in this and cash is not comes in, cash is not goes out. Only we are receiving services here. We are not receiving any cash, we are not paying any cash. So this is only do entry, only one entry. So when we actually make the payment to Mr. Keshavamurthy, then we pass on the payment voucher. So this is coming under which voucher? F7, general voucher, because we are not receiving and we are not paying. That means again general voucher. F7. F7 is the shortcut key for general voucher. So this one understood now? All of this. Okay. Now you have to pass this fourth question and fifth question in tally.
Yes, sir.
Fourth question and fifth question. First one sales voucher. That is Karnataka Tax account debit to sales. Being goods sold to Karnataka traders. Karnataka traders. That is which is second entry. Sales entry. So 30% we receive the actual payment. Second company. This is actually receipt voucher. Bank account debit to Karnataka traders. Receipt voucher, bank account debit. Sales account. 6,80,000. Traders account debit to bank account debit to Karnataka traders account. This is coming under general purchase of sales voucher. This is coming under receipt voucher, because we are selling goods, we are receiving here. So this is on 2nd April, this is on 31st May. So after completing of 4th question, next 5th question will solve. That is coming under which voucher? General voucher, because if we are payable, consultancy fees account debit to Mr. Keshavamurthy, because we are not paying still, so still it is payable. Consultancy fees account debit to Mr. Keshavamurthy. Consultancy service received from Keshavamurthy.